Hello everybody, how are you all doing on this fine November morning? We are here today to solve one of life's great mysteries. What the hell is going on with LG 27 4K monitors? I mean, come on guys, there are like a bazillion, gazillion, million different models and they all have different prices and they all look the same. So what the hell's going on? Okay, let's go ahead and try and solve this problem right here, right now. Guys, also don't forget, if you like this video, if it helps you out, drop a like below and drop a sub if you want. I do some of these random videos every now and then, so no worries, you're not gonna get inundated with my videos. And I also gonna have links to all the spec below, all the affiliate links, if I can come up with everything down below to make your life easier and to maybe, compensate me for like a million years I used to try and figure this out. Okay, so before we start as well, guys, there's a possibility I made some mistakes as well. This is all super confusing, but I think I got this right. So let's go ahead and get started, where I've put everything together so I can explain it to you in a nice, simple, concise way. Right, first things first. So these model numbers are made up of letters and then numbers. As you can see, we got the 550, the 650, the 850, and now, just to make things clearer or muddier, we also have the 2 number with a letter configuration. Most recently, I think this started in 2023. But the main things you want to realize is these numbers represent years. And UK is 2018, UL is 2019, UN is 2020, and UP is 2021. But I also think some of these UPs came out in 2022, and then also maybe 2023. So it's kind of, UPs have been around for a while, and now I think the latest one is the UQ, which is here, which has already been discontinued, just to be super confusing. Okay, so let's try and break this down real quick. So they're all 27 inch, so that's great. So we got no worries there. We do have a bunch of different panels. I do have one of these older versions as well. Mine is a similar panel to this one, and I have to say I'm pretty happy with it. I mean, it's not the brightest, but I mean the colors are nice. It's uniform, sharp, and it's been working for the last 5-6 years for me, so I'm pretty happy with it. But I am starting to see some image retention problems here, so I'm thinking maybe it's gonna die on me soon. So I've been doing a bit of research. So let's see what I found out. So we have 4 different panels, guys. 4 different panels in these screens. So this is the most basic one. This is a 300 candle brightness, sRGB 98% coverage, and that's the most basic one you're gonna get. It's the dimmest one. It's still gonna be fine, and you can get it for a pretty low price. They're about $257. However, don't be buying that just yet, because for just a tiny little bit more, you can get a newer 400 candle brightness panel with DCI-P3 95% coverage. That's a wider color gamut. Even though it says 95%, seems like less, but it's DCI-P3, so there's more colors. All right, anyway, so it's a better panel and it's a brighter panel. So you definitely wouldn't want to be spending, you would want to be spending an extra $5, euros, whatever your local currency is, to get the newer, better model. So avoid the 550 at all costs. It is completely useless at this stage. Do not buy now unless you get on some crazy offer. These prices do vary a lot, so keep that in mind, guys, as well. So this can go up a lot, depending on what offers are on at the moment. So, depending on when you're watching this, you might get a better or worse price, but this is what I got right now. This is November 2023, so, there's a bit of Black Friday offers on everywhere, so I don't know. Maybe it's going to go up and down a little bit, but this is a good model you can get. So we got the better screen. You're not getting any USB-C. So the other differentiating feature is the USB-C. So some of these will have USB-C at the back, which means you can plug in your laptop. And they do come in 2 different variants. So originally there was a 65 and a 96 watt variant. However, now the only ones I could find are the 90 watts. See, this one has been discontinued. And this one is still available, but only in Spanish-speaking countries. So only was able to find on Amazon Spain. But it might be available in South America, South Africa, God knows. It's a big world, okay? So I know you guys are from. You're going to have to do a little bit of digging yourself. However, so we have the panel, we have the USB-C at the back, and then we have the speakers, which are only available on the highest end models. And then we also have the stand and the bezels. These do vary quite a bit as well. So there's a bunch of different versions. So we've got the old one with the thick bezels. We have the new one with the thick bezels. Then we have the new one with the slim bezels. And then we have also the no height adjustment one, new, and no height adjustment old. Okay, so the new old isn't that important. The most important thing is whether you're getting the thick bezels or you're getting the slim bezels, and also whether you're getting the height adjustment or you're not getting the height adjustment. Confused yet? Sorry guys, I'm trying to make this clear, but it is just so confusing. But I'm going to make it simple. I promise you guys, by the end of this, you're going to know what you want to do. So anyway, let's keep going here. In terms of price, they don't vary that much, but I suppose the newest panel with 2000:1 contrast ratio, this one is apparently pretty good, but it's also really expensive, and it's only available in Canada and only in, where did I get it? I think I only got it in Canada currently. Yeah, see, the Amazon Canada only has it. And then this bottom one here was only available in US, but it's been discontinued, even though, you know, it's a UQ, so it's a pretty new model, but it discontinued it. The only difference was that it had a self-calibrating sensor. But from what I could see, I went to the LG website, says discontinued. I went to BH Photo Video, also says discontinued there. So unfortunately, this model is gone. So if you want the top of the range model right now, this is your only option, and only in Canada. Now, in other parts of the world, I have found an alternative, which uses the same panel. So it's the Dell U2723QE. So it's around about the same price and it uses the same panel. So this one is available in my neck of the woods, so it's possibly available in your neck of the woods as well. Another possible alternative, if you don't get any LGs, is the Samsung S27A800UJP, but also that is currently unavailable where I'm from. So I don't know, guys, you can check your local markets and see if it's available, or you can find maybe a newer alternative, but you're going to have to do your own homework on that one, I'm afraid. But these are some possible alternatives if you not find what you're looking for here. However, I do think there are some great offers here as well from LG, so I'm going to tell you what those are at the end. So keep watching, guys. I'm sorry this is getting longer, but I'm trying to make this all clear. We literally, most of these are going to be either this panel or this panel, but there is another one still available. This is like the in-between panel, which has 350 candles of brightness, and this sRGB 99%. This kind of reminds me of my panel. I think mine is 99% sRGB, but I think it's only 300 candles. So mine is probably an older panel. But anyway, this is only available in the 27 new and 850, which is going for a really good price in the States right now. So if you can get it, you know, it's a good screen. It's something in between. And you also get, I do believe it's a 60 watt USB-C at the back. So you can connect your laptop that way. But it's only 60 watts, so it may not be able to power some of the more power-hungry laptops. In that case, you will want to go with the 90 watt model. And so currently, if you want that, you're going to have to go with either the UP850N or the UP85NP, which is just kind of a renamed and the more expensive model. Now, I can get both of these in my local market here. So it seems like this is just a newer updated model and therefore more expensive, but I don't see any advantages to it. So I would recommend you go for the older UP850N in that case. So in this case, you are getting the better panel, so the 400 candle brightness, and you get the DC IP395% color gamut. And you're getting the USB-C port at the back with 90 watts of power delivery, and you're also getting speakers, which are just a 5-watt stereo speakers. Apparently, they're only, you know, good in the pinch if you're really stuck, but otherwise you want to get proper speakers as well. And they do feature the new slim new stand and the slim bezels. The 650 is another option I would recommend you guys. So you're getting the better panel, but you're not getting the USB-C. Okay, but you are getting the new slim bezels and the new stand as well with that. So these will be the two recommendations for me. So if this is what you're looking for, you can stop watching now and you will be okay with information. Everything else I'm going to tell you is just a little bit of extra detail on top. So let's have a look at some of these models. What are the actual differences with the way they actually look? Because there are some significant differences. So here we're looking at the UP650P and the UP85NP. As you can see, they look exactly the same. So in terms of looks, I do believe these are exactly the same on the outside. But you see, you have this markings here. So it's showing you brightness, it's showing you HDR10 and HDR400. Now HDR is only 400 candles, so don't expect a very impressive HDR in this case, because, you know, for proper HDR, you want to have 800 or 1000 or more nits of brightness. So it's that very, very borderline, you know, entry-level HDR, which I wouldn't be too concerned about. Now with this one, you see it is showing you a 90 watt USB-C connection, and this one isn't showing this. So that's the difference between the 85NP and the 650P. Okay, so it's just the USB-C. This is the major differentiating factor. So we got the same 400 candles of brightness on both screens. This one has the DCI-P3 95%. So this one has it as well, but they didn't put the logo on it. They're both the same resolution, but this one has that USB-C 90 watts of USB-C power delivery. So if you want to have your laptop connected, you would want to go and, you know, save yourself some cables. Then you're going to want to go with this one. This also has two downstream USB-C A ports, which you can use to connect your keyboard or your mouse or, you know, some of these things to keep things nice and tidy. Okay, so let's keep going. Now, this is the cheaper model. So this is the UP600. So this is the UP, so the new model, the P1, but it's only a 600 regular one. Okay, so this is the really cheap panel, but this is what you get. So you can see this is a much cheaper panel on the back here. You can see it's kind of like cheap white plastic at the front. You can also see it's actually doesn't look that cheap. Okay, so keep that in mind. This is a different variation. So the front looks okay, but the shine on this plastic looks a little bit worse than it looks on mine, to be honest. So I think it's a slightly cheaper plastic. And then on the back is a cheaper plastic, and the stand has no height adjustment, and it probably has no other adjustment as well. Maybe it kind of swivels or tilts, I'm not sure, to be honest, but it's not a great stand. No height adjustment. You really want to have that height adjustment. Okay, then next one here has the UN850W. So this is the older, so you see it's UN, not the UP. It's the old model, and the one with the slightly weaker screen. So the one with the 350 candle brightness. It does have the speakers because this is the high-end model. It does say HDR400. I don't know about the HDR400. It only has a 350 nit brightness display. Now, this is the UL500. So this is the basic entry-level model. So it has the crappy little stand, no adjustments. And it has this crappy big thick bezels, as you can see around here. These are the thick bezels. Now here, as you can see, this is the mistake I'm going to show you. So this one has the better stand because it's the 550 model. Now the P generally stands for the slightly lower end model or the cheaper model. I haven't been able to find differences between the P and the non-P versions, apart from the fact that the P always seems to be considerably cheaper. This picture is of a different model, even though it was on this page, and I'm going to show to you right here. So if I scroll across here, you can see this is the 550p, the UP550p, and you see here is LG27 UP550p. I hope you guys can see it, and you can see this has a different picture on the front. You see this is the one with the thick bezels, whereas here they use the thin bezels to display, to show you how the stand actually is adjustable. So super confusing. So if you're getting confusing now, just refer back to do a screenshot of this one and refer back to this. So let's keep going. Now this is the UP550p, which is available in Spain, on Amazon Spain. You can see here it says Resolución in Spanish, and you can see it does have the height adjustable stand, but it are those thick bezels. So this is the new one with the thick bezels. Okay. Then we have the UL550W. Now this is the UL, so this is the older one. So see here the difference. This is the UP, the new one, and this is the old one, the UL550. Now what is the difference here? So this is height adjustable. However, it is the old height adjustable stand, and it does have those cheap white plastics and the cheap thick bezels around here. So the 550s, they have these cheap bezels. Okay, you can see this is the 550, the new one, the UP550 cheap bezels, the UL550 cheap bezels, but it is height adjustable. Okay, and this one is also height adjustable, but the 500 without the 50, that one is not height adjustable. This one is the 550, which is height adjustable. See, the UP 550, so the new one 550 height adjustable, the regular UL older and not 550, the 500 is not height adjustable. And this is the old one with the old height adjustable stand. Okay, the high end 850 model. And then this one is the 600, so without the 50 here. It is the P, so it's the modern version, but it does not have height adjustable stand. However, what it does have, it does seem to have the thin bezels, unless this is a mistake. But it's the 600 models do have the better bezels, okay? But without the 50, they don't have the height adjustable stand. I hope things are starting to make some sense here. Let's keep going. In terms of what we're looking at, so the UL550, so that's the older, the 50 model, height adjustable, old height adjustable stand, cheap white plastics, thick bezels. And I think this is it. I think we've come across now. There might be some other pictures I have here just to show you there are the ports on the back here. We can see the HDMI, 2 HDMI ins and 1 display port in. This is power and this is a headphone jack. Okay, no USB-C in and no USB-A out. Okay, so this is the main differentiating features. So let's go back to the top and just repeat everything we've said, just to make this is going to make hopefully a little bit more sense now that we kind of covered what these pictures actually mean. So these are the basic ones. These are the 600 and the 500. Okay, these have basically the difference between these. The 600 has the newer screen with the 400 candles with the DCP. Actually, this is a pretty good screen, but however, it doesn't have USB-C on the back. It doesn't have speakers and it doesn't have a height adjustable stand, but it does have the new version. It also has the thick bezels. Okay, thick bezels. This one is the older version, has the crappier screen and no height adjustable stand. This is the old one with the thick bezels. Okay, just like here we can see the 550 UL and the 550p, and I don't even know what the difference is apart from the fact that this is much cheaper. It has the crappy old screen. Okay, this is the worst model you can buy, and it has old stand and thick bezels. You don't want to get this one. Then this one looks pretty much exactly the same. I couldn't find the difference apart from the price. I have no idea what the story is. Maybe this is a US, a UK model. I don't know. The only place where I found the difference between the P and the non-P is the UP550 model. So this is the P, the modern, the 550 version, not the UL, the old one, right? So the P is the newer one. As you can see, the P is the newer versus the UL. Quite new, but it's been discontinued already. The difference between these two was in terms of their USB-C power delivery. This one, they both had it. I mean, this one's still available, but this was the lower one, 65 watt, and this was the higher one, 96 watts. But they've actually gone down to 60 and 90, I believe now. So maybe they overcooked the power on it a little bit, because there were some issues with them as well. So I would probably stay clear of these. It doesn't make sense with the price anyway. So I think they're probably just being discontinued and just the last few things being sold out at weird prices. This doesn't make sense at all, this price here. Now this is the UP, so the modern, the 650 version. This one at 263 makes quite a lot of sense. So you're getting the better panel, but you're not getting the USB-C and you're not getting the speakers. You are getting the new stand, so you're getting height adjustment and you're getting the slim bezel. So this was a pretty good one at this price. So I would recommend the 27 UP650P. This is one of my recommendations. And this one doesn't make sense with the price. I don't know what the difference between these two is. Again, maybe this one's in Italy, this one's in Hong Kong. It could just be local pricing and whatever. But yeah, definitely go for this one if you can get it. Now, the other one that I would recommend is the UP850N. This one costs around $386 currently. And it has the better screen and has 90 watt USB-C and has the new slim bezel. So height adjustment and slim bezels. This is a really good one as well. You can get this for just $386, which I think is pretty good for what you're getting. Now, if you don't want the latest and the greatest, you could also go with the UQ850, which costs currently around $530, but I can't get it locally here. It does not seem to be available. That's why I said you look locally for Dell U2723QE if you can get it. This is available locally here, and the price is around 500-600 euros as well. But if you can't get it locally, so far I was only able to locate it in Canada. So on Amazon in Canada, you get the better screen. So what is the difference? So in this case, you have DCI P3 98% versus 95%, so better colors. You're getting the better contrast ratio. This is about 1,000 to 1, I think up to 1,200 to 1. This one is 2,000 to 1. So it's a much better contrast ratio, and that is thanks to NB. NB stands for Nano IPS Black. So it's just new technology that allows the backlight to be blocked better than the older technology, which means you get deeper, darker blacks. Okay, so if you get darker blacks, even though it's only at 400 candles, you are getting a better contrast ratio. So the brightness is the same, but the darkness is darker. So you're getting the better contrast ratio. So if you want the best of the best that's currently available, this is the one you want to go for. So the 27UQ, so the latest and the greatest 850W. So it looks like LG in the future is going with the two numbers and a letter. There's an R and a no R. So R is just a new thing as well, because this R stands for includes a self-calibrating sensor. Take a screenshot of this, guys, so you can make up your own mind. I'm going to put the links in the description below so you can quickly check and verify that I haven't made any mistakes, because, guys, you know, there's a lot of numbers and letters going around, so double check. I'm going to put some shopping links below as well. If you appreciate my video, please use my affiliate link so I get a few bob back for my time and effort. And subscribe again if you want to do that. And I will see you hopefully again in the next one. Cheers.